What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be playing some mono SHURIMA. You guys have been keeping up with my stream. I've been playing a lot of this deck lately, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with it. But if you're just joining on the YouTube side of things, I would highly recommend going down in the description, clicking the link, and getting in tune with us in the stream. I stream pretty much every weekday, so I would highly recommend you guys press that and show some support on that end. But with that being said, I've been having so much fun playing this deck. I started off just wanting to mess around with mono SHURIMA, as many other players do. And I started off by trying to make the most competitive version, which chat was screaming at me to run Nasus in this deck. So we went with 3 Renekton, 3 Nasus, which I thought Nasus might be one of the weaker champions in a mono SHURIMA package, just because he comes in so late and it's so hard to level, especially in like a SHURIMA package where they don't have as many ways to slay. But throughout tuning this deck and finding like what works best, I think we made a pretty consistent package that levels up both of these champions, and they both have very fun level 3s, let me tell you. And the ways that we do level up these champions, right, is Renekton needs to deal 10 damage. You can do that on multiple swings, not all in one, but Nasus needs to do it in one swing, which makes it more complicated. So we have a ton of different ways to buff up these champions, such as Shape, Stone, and Ruthless Predator. And we also have the Siphoning Strike, which one will get you a slay on the unit and buff all your Renektons and Nasus in the deck. We also have Golden Ambassador, which could tutor out either of these champions and give them +2/+2, which makes whichever one we pull that much easier to level up. And we also have Xenotype Researcher, which gives +3/+3 to some random cards in the deck. A lot of times could hit champions, could hit other just units for value. And we have Inspiring Chronomancer, which could be used with the Xenotype to predict into those buffed units or just predict into a curve in the early game. We also have 2 copies of Scrying Sands, which is another predict that could be used to find those cards, find a curve, also give the -2 to keep your champions alive if they're granted vulnerable or something is like trying to buff up to block it and kill it. Scrying Sands is a great way to just leverage some trades in your favor. Also be used to survive against some aggro decks, maybe an elusive is coming down. We have 2 copies of Exhaust as just more vulnerable to give the buff to Renekton, also take other key units off of the opposing board. Also, if Nasus is leveled up and has a Fearsome, we could use this to lower their attack so they can't block the Nasus, and sometimes that definitely is a win condition. We also run 2 copies of Spirit Fire, which, speaking of this Fearsome keyword, can be used to lower the attack across the board and potentially get a Fearsome kill, or just be used, this is the much more common usage of it, is against aggro or burn against swarm decks, using it to stop the damage that is coming down across the board, get some kills, which is great for Nasus. And in a lot of times, like burn, I would say, is the hardest matchup for this type of deck, where the swarm decks could like get you and kill you. You could just swing the entire game in your favor and turn a losing matchup into a very favorable one. We run 3 copies of Rock Hopper to just grant vulnerable for Renekton once again, or just go for good trades, because we do have a lot of bulky units with Xenotype having 3/3, 2/3. Nasus is obviously going to be very big throughout, and Treasure Seeker creating the 5/2, the Sandstone Charger, is another unit that just could be used again to just trade for value and take control of the board. It almost feels like a pretty mid-range style deck with the insane top end of just level 3 champions. So once again, this deck was like so much fun. Like really, like if you guys are just trying to have fun this season, mess around and like do that in a somewhat competitive way, I think this deck is right there for you. I have had a hard time wanting to play anything else after making this one. So once again, the code is going to be in the description if you guys want to try it out. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are edging closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers. Not trying to stop there, but just another milestone on the climb to the top of the Runeterra content creator community. But leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to try to respond to every comment that is left on the video, but hopefully you guys enjoy these games, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, use these, keep the Treasure Seeker. Ugh, this all spells back. That's bad RNG. Low-key, like, that's just crazy. Whatever, we could still draw into stuff that makes all of these tools useful, but at the moment, man, I kind of hate to see it. Oh, sure. Gets Chow, so he doesn't even let us get some early hits. He probably does though, actually, if he wants to farm for some extra damage. This hand is so ridiculous, I can't. Again, just thank goodness this is a slower matchup. That's a great pickup to just kind of bring things back a little bit.
Bask in the sunlight.
We wear red.
And that's interesting. Guess we could just swing both here. The trade for the challenger to die. It's fine. This plus double shape, just literal instant level.
Violence, chaos, and destruction.
Break them. Find your own.
I would not like to randomly take this damage. There's a level. And it did get buffed from Fury, so I don't know. This is a little suspect.
I am their end. Face your end.
I think I do this and just try to beat Concerted. Sharp Sight plus Concerted is too much. Okay, there's the level up. We still have Siphoning Strike in hand as well. I think that's pretty huge, and I think that was worth the second exhaust to just kind of like guarantee it, right? Another Shiv. Hit the strike. Get this thing really popping off. Like at this point, it's gonna like OTK him unless he plays like Hush. I think here, just playing an ephemeral blocker is okay, and then I can develop these two units and still have the hourglass intact in case I need it for whatever reason.
Interesting reaction. I'll make a note.
Chase them down.
We'll see if Judgment is a card here. This thing's chilling at 12. He could just go for a kill here, and then we have Shapestone to re-up. Yeah. Okay. Also currently a kill. He goes for one more. We just hit the hourglass, I think. Do this.
What a fascinating device.
And enjoy our 5 damage.
First relic.
I also like Rockhopper here because if he has Acel, being able to give that vulnerable definitely raises the odds of us being able to get a swing in with Renekton. Especially with another Ruthless Predator. Because I feel like he kind of has to attack with this. Making it trade for an ephemeral seems okay. Sure did, sure. Get another 7/7 out here, I guess.
Radiant strikes.
Heals it a lot here. Very cringe. I don't know about him putting one of his bigger blockers out there to just take damage. The worst ever, but it feels weird. Have 2 more potential damage, which obviously not looking like enough.
Face your end.
Dragons, I think he already played his discount, so that's obnoxious. I was gonna say he can't play Aesol there, but Aesol's not even that great for him.
Shroud the world in wings. The prophecies ring true.
So this is gonna take out this. We probably take. Ooh, do we just die? Die. Oh wow. Or not. Could do it this way, get rid of his overwhelm. I think actually doing this and just taking this damage seems like the best call. And then trying to win with Ruthless Predator. So I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna have a chance to close out the game. Maybe we could just punish him playing something smaller here. That's super interesting. This does hit Nasus like every time, right?
We live in
I don't know. It just looks too juicy to not go for.
Betrayal buried SHURIMA. Hope revived it. No mercy. All unmeasured.
I like this, taking out a challenger. Ooh, but if this went in first, I get the like really big buff onto Renekton.
Consider the consequences.
But I don't think it ever matters, right? I think what matters more is just seeing if this can survive. Alright, we got him. GG. Okay. I think I like keeping Shapestone. You can get like a lot of valuable trades. Double Shapestone's a little bit of a miss. But with Treasure Seeker and Chronomancer, like, I honestly don't mind it because we get another unit from this. We are able to like guarantee a little bit more of a curb with the Chronomancer.
Steady now.
And a double Shapestone can definitely catch somebody off guard. Like, it's a powerful 2-mana trick for sure. See what we get here. I'm honestly down to take a Treasure Seeker here. Sure, we just go for this swing most of the time. Especially we don't want to get punished by like Bright Steel.
Discipline and steel.
Almost a similar punishment there. But we have a very trick heavy hand. And another shape that's crazy.
Looking for trouble. It found you.
This what we talked about might come into play here.
We march.
Took it fair and square.
Sharp Sight. We have the other one. Oh wow, just lets it die. That's very surprising, but obviously got to say I don't mind. I do think I like Waking Sands, Exhaust, and just kill this. Just have full mana banked. Nasus can level up with the double Shapestone next round if I really want to like push it aggressively. I probably don't, but it is an option.
We Demacians are no easy prey.
Now I think it's definitely just kill the Quinn here. Sharp Sight's ruled out. It's like a potential other card he has in hand. If I'm able to like leverage some slays here, could definitely level. Yeah, this is great. Because if he goes for the attack, this just get the level up, and like the aura effect from Nasus is so powerful. I think we just make the play for the level up on the open. See how he reacts to it.
The wheel never stops turning.
Goes up to 8 health, which is going to be like obviously very powerful. Or effect down, have another unit, an ephemeral as well.
Show them what we're made of.
I'll rend a bloody path through SHURIMA. I'll burn.
He's only 1 out of 4, so the chances of this putting any pressure down is pretty low. Oh, Bonk is great. If he develops just more units, I think we're just looking at this. Okay, Misfortune not leveling here. Huge. The fact that he is going to want to attack. Get the level up progress.
Your time is done.
Definitely feels fine to just eat up his board like this.
Let's get to it.
With that play, I think I feel fine just getting some damage here.
Love ya.
So this can get towards a level. And I feel like I probably... And he's like forced into blocking Nasus here, which is pretty nuts. Either...
I am their end.
Spirit Fire is a pretty powerful trick, especially when we know we're like developing with the other thing. But yeah, that was great. That was very great. Nasus shut it down. Okay, Akshan Pantheon. Deck I remember fondly. Just re-roll. Oh, this very clean curve. We can make a unit vulnerable with the Rock Hopper, so we won't really need the Predator mana most of the time. The problem is most of the units that end up with the vulnerable are going to be really big, unless he plays like a Mountain Goat here. He might, or Akshan, I guess, too. I think just passing makes it a little bit more awkward for him. Once they find some buffs.
What do you make of that? I'm not sure.
This is justice. Out of my way.
I think I just force out what he has here. That might not have made sense. Get the Renekton down and maybe just play and see if we can swing for 4.
Cut them down.
Okay, almost at the level up for this. Exhaust is a great pickup as well. Definitely like a predict. Could see scrying coming in handy. I might go like buff, make him commit something, Hourglass. If he drags to Akshan, that is such a mistake, my god.
You cannot run from absolution.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, it does hit. I was like, wait a second. Did he somehow, like... Did the eye mess up? But then I just realized that, yeah. So he still gets the level up. That matters, I guess, if he has Absolver. Very real possibility.
It can be undone.
No surrender.
As far as slays go, I'm sure Nasus is not very big, but we have a couple buffs in hand, which could help make that happen. Like, we're very ahead on board, but like the tricks we have does not feel great. Pantheon coming down around. Grappling hook, I respect it. Yeah, I think I do just picked here. Finding that huge ambassador definitely looks nice.
Justice works fast.
We live in
super easy for him to get this off. But the one good thing now, well, if he has a 1 mana buff, he could get Pantheon down. 1 to 2 mana. Yeah, that's... I think trying to avoid the proc from going seems important.
This is justice.
And I think we're always just taking 5 here. Really?
We stand in the footprints of paths long trodden.
She called me betrayer. She scorned me.
Judgment awaits.
Who's with me?
This too shall end.
See what I've learned?
We want to have Renekton on this side of Nasus.
Chase him down.
Yeah, if this strike goes through, this thing goes to like 1,000,000 damage. We're pushing 3 here. And maybe we can get a movie. He could quicksand be one way to stop this.
We laugh at them. Ha!
I mean, he still dies now if he trades,
Please, move.
right? Yeah, so he's still dying. I mean, he stopped the movie though. It's pretty messed up. Actually, very rude. But a win's a win. We take dubs here. Scouts is like really back on the ladder. I think just keep 1 treasure seeker, 1 shapestone. I don't need to get too greedy here. Better late game cards. Gotta draw pretty well now. We're teetering. Treasure seeker buys us time, so like that's fine. Great pickup. Okay, now I think we're good.
A little further. Bingo.
This, take my 2 damage on open.
Watch your head. Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
That's a spooky unit for him to find. Straight up.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
Oh, I've never met a locust using multiple
Phenotype
weapons.
just looks great on this board. The Star Shepherd, that's got to be the worst one you can get, because even the 0/3 that buffs when it takes damage, obviously that's a situation that could happen. Healing, not even like possible in his deck.
Steady now.
I think we're just good to like take whatever trades we get here. Probably not any, really.
Not today. Please don't hurt them.
Need clearance, pal.
Trade. I am more than happy to see a sharp sight go there, though.
Slow down, will you?
All of this is ours.
Crazy Renekton. Renekton that levels like 1 turn with a shapestone, like 1 block.
Nothing
Actually
gets
insane.
me and my mark.
Where I go, carnage follows.
And then with Siphoning Strike, this thing gets so crazy. I cannot believe it.
I suppose. You'll bleed. I will wet my blade on their bones.
And I think we just rip this here. Start off by killing Quinn, buffing this. Also, if we do find a Nasus, the effect that it'll have there is going to be insane. And this thing's just casually threatening 15 damage.
Demacian needs heroes.
I am their end.
That's crazy. Because, yeah, he just lets it go through, which I get. But then he's going to kill me this turn and with Spirit Fire. I don't even think that's going to be possible.
And a long path to get you. I got this.
Don't touch it.
Yeah. A shape to threaten here was what I was thinking of adding on to that, but no, that was just actual destruction. Renekton carry big time. Okay. Boom. Easy enough mulligan right there.
Quick hands make quick work.
Gladly trade. I just realized though, wait, this isn't even
Watch your head.
deep really. This is probably like a turbo toss deck because it's Thresh and 0 Nautilus. It still could be running deep units, but very, very weird. Yeah, the Scarab, honestly, don't mind seeing that because we can just go Xenotype into Exhaust and just get a free kill on it without really like falling behind or anything.
Interesting.
Strike's not bad.
Make a note.
I mean, we saw the Jaw Hunters there.
What is it?
So I don't know, it might just be like deep. Weird. Depending on what he plays, I could even see going for like a Siphoning Strike here.
The Blessed Isles live through me.
I like Renekton now.
Bloody path through
I
SHURIMA.
go Renekton. If he attacks with anything, I could just block. He's at 5 mana, right? So I think I just go for the kill on the Maokai here, right? Buffed up to 6, which will lead this to level in like one go. Glimpse is a pretty clean response on his side of it.
I am their end.
Odd behavior.
This trade's here. We're good. He just knows that he's going to be healing up.
What's that noise?
All of this is ours.
That's a better one. That's a much better one.
We enter an age of men and gods.
Him devouring Renekton seems a little bit, feels bad.
Who's with me?
Will
pick this level up. This one goes to 6, 8 with the shape stone. So if he does block here, we'll be at 10. And then this one could potentially be the level. Like, this is fine. I have no problems with that. And without him being able to shuffle more cards in his deck with Nautilus, I can see this not being that great for him. He's losing a lot of cards, and Maokai's still going to be tossing. Well, I guess not at this point, because now... Well, no, it's not even leveled yet. Yeah, he'll be super low on cards. MC digging. I mean, if he doesn't find it here, champs to shuffle. Seems powerful. Okay. He got there. Means our predict was like very much nothing. I think if he has like another vengeance here.
What does it mean?
Judgment awaits.
Like on how these blocks go, level up Nasus and then get this thing jacked up. Seems good.
Be gone, thief!
This really comes down to these vengeances. It had a lot of draw. I wasn't paying attention if he tossed any. I don't think he did, which is concerning. Okay. The kill, I guess. The way it did it, though, now he can deny it just with glimpsing. I gave him more outs. That's the problem. It's still an out either way. Like, I didn't play into more, but we could just possibly not get movie here. That's unfortunate. At least we still movie time. And obviously with how big this thing's gonna be, it could just like threaten a kill on our next open attack. And especially with the spell shield. So I still like this fork, for sure.
The sun disk rises and the cycle is complete.
No, let's go. Yeah, this thing's nothing to snuff at for sure. This thing's crazy. It depends if he has like some deep units, because those are ones that could for sure still manage to block this. And I'm thinking about playing Rockhopper. The problem is the challenger from this is always gonna like pick it up, right? Even that can't block. That's crazy to me. Oh, Spirit Fire, that's Exactly what we needed there.
The sample.
Would you look at this place?
Playing Thresh. With him playing Thresh here, I need to get Slays off right.
Born away like
So using this to just get a kill could get us there. And if we draw a buff to get this thing to 20 damage,
give them room to spread their leaves.
like that's the real way.
Life starts small. All is measured.
Rage. Hit him with the Rage. We got him. Fucking go. Alright, that was crazy.
Cycles
The Nasus aura effect coming in clutch.